What's going on in the markets right now? Clearly, equity investors don't seem too concerned about a possible hawkish surprise from Jay Powell later today.
Yeah, well, clearly, I think the big surprise will not actually be today, what Powell says today, but really what the data says in the coming weeks and months. I think markets have priced in a little bit of a hawkish stance. So if at all, we could get a reversal of that from Powell's remarks later today. But it's really the data. And the data, frankly, it does not look as great as what markets are interpreting. I don't know, for somebody like me looking at fundamentals, it still looks pretty bad. Inflation is still at a fairly high level and is not declining at the pace that would suggest we're going to get that famous Fed pivot in time to justify some of the rallies we've seen lately.
So, Elliot, what does Powell need to say today to reset market expectations of a Fed pivot at some point next year?
I think if a real surprise would be if Powell calls out the peak in inflation, which looks like is behind us, and if he points out that he's seeing some type of deceleration that is not, let's say, centerpiece in terms of market talk, that would all be quite dovish. I'm very skeptical that's what will come out. Quite the contrary. I think he will stick to the hard line that inflation on all metrics that they're watching needs to come down faster and steeper than it has been so far. And as a result, we have seen the rates market move up over the relatively quiet summer. I suspect we'll get that message that we're staying on course, and obviously that's not necessarily a great message for markets.